Hey everybody, so I want to show you a game where what happens when you're against Yuri is sometimes if nothing really happens for him and you just let the allies build up, it's going to turn into a nightmare for the Yuri, and I want to show you how strong the allies could be. So here I'm just going multi-war factories because I noticed if you go fast tech, sometimes you had to rely on the two masterminds, the first two masterminds in the Yuri Prime to do something. Or you could just go one war factory with two supers, and then you don't make your second war factory until both supers are up in your grinder. So this I'm just going a bunch of miners and a bunch of multi-war, and it works sometimes with this Yuri. Now I'm going to show you one game where I did well. Now this is going to be some games where you don't do well versus Yuri, and this is over a lot of games. So here we go. So the same thing, multi-warring. You're not going for fast supers, bad build, like I explained before.
New construction options.
But it seems like you can't really build up enough stuff. So here's another game. The Chronosphere just got me, and I'm going in for the super weapons. This is in the middle of a game, it's a different game. So boom, I'm going in for attack with Yuri Prime. I got multiple war factories, so I'm going fast. Trying to get the lab. Not happening. So I kind of beat them. So he has more prisms than he has mirage tanks. So boom boom. So on mind control, all I gotta kill is just two battle fortresses, and it looks like I'm in good shape to win this.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit lost.
So other battle fortress is gonna be able to kill everything. If he's got a seal on it, there's a chance.
Unit lost. New construction options.
But probably not. Really.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to win this game. So this is an example of a game that went well with this tactic. But sometimes when you build up, things don't work out as well. I want to show you some examples of where things don't go as well in the next couple of games, and every clip that there's an ending is a different game, so you know. Boom, boom. This is a good game right here. Quits. So here's another game, a different game. Same similar tactics.
Training.
Going for multiple war factors because I want my production to be fast right away when I get the battle lab up. So boom. Now the battle lab's coming. And notice how he has a battle fortress before I even have the lab up, and that's kind of on purpose on my behalf. And also, if you have Great Britain, by the way, Great Britain's actually really good versus the Yuri Prime, and but like overall, it's better to have USA or Korea versus the Yuri. But I just wanted to mention, if you do have Great Britain, I would prefer Great Britain over a sniper over a Navy SEAL. So here's like a couple minutes into the game, nothing's really happening. I just want to show you the highlights of this game. So he's about to attack. Looks like I'm like he's coming in with either a SEAL or spy right there.
Which way is the wind blowing?
So boom boom, and then so nothing really happened. He just kind of backed off, and the spy didn't get in. So I think it was a spy. So boom, now I'm trying to fight this, and he's built up like crazy. He's got two super weapons. This is the same game as... Okay, boom boom. So I tried to save something important, which is a war factory, and I got it. But he's so built up that it's going to be really hard to beat him. So I could... And that's one of the reasons why you lose the Chronosphere. It's just point and click delete. Point and click delete. It's kind of like a blank from freaking League of Legends, but not really anymore. But anyway, here we go. Boom boom. So after losing all this masterminds, it's gonna be hard. So the only way to try to win this is to get the brutes in this fight and mind control this prisms to make the prisms shoot the mirage. That's the only way to try to win. So in a boom boom, and notice he's moving. It's a little bit easier to mind control some units when they're moving, like prisms. So I wanna... Okay. So this is my chance. I could get this prism tank's mind control and shoot the mirages, and then use a disc to finish everything off. But after that big Chronosphere hit, and even without the big Chronosphere hit, I still could have lost this just because if you just sit around, it's not gonna work out. if you let if you let allies build up, allies is a strongness up to 3. But usually they don't get to the point where they can build up that many mirages, 20 mirages, and like I don't know how many he had, but he had a lot. The Corona really got me. But even without the Corona, look at all those Mirage tanks. It still would have been hard to win. And Psychic Tower did not do much, and this is basically a good game. Trying desperately.
Unit promoted. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Nothing you could do at this point, and that's a good game. Allies wins. So this is how you really hurt allies. So here's I'm gonna show you the highlight of another game. Similar situation, multiple war factories, but I get the super swap. I have the super weapons well secured, so if he does the Chronosphere with battle fortresses or prism tanks. But this time he actually spied me. Last time I killed the spy, but I didn't. Actually edited it out. This time he actually the spy got in. And when the spy gets in, they build super fast. It's just like a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Like everything's promoted. Everything. The only way to win is to get a crazy as hell mind control. But even if you get a crazy as hell mind control, it's just a small unit. A small percentage of this army is super strong. Like, and Soviet really struggles against promoted allies also. So that was just a complete blowout. And this is against a Yuri Pro because Yuri Pros actually know how to kill Yuris. Believe it or not. So that's really bad.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
And I was so I was like, oh man, the Chronosphere got me. But here we go. Here's another game. I'm going in for the super weapons. Nothing really happened yet. They just kind of fought a little bit and we both backed off. But now I'm going in for the super. So 4 shield and 5 disc. Okay, MCB good. If I could kill this robot facility, he's got some robot tanks. That's good. Even if I lose a couple discs. So good. Oh, so I did get the weather control device, right? So robot tanks offline. I'm in good shape to fight. So I gotta mix. But here's the thing: when they make robot tanks, this kind of sucks because you don't. They put the gap generator up and they kind of confuse you. Like, are they making more Mirage or more robot tanks than Mirage tanks? You're not sure. And they are another Chronosphere, but it wasn't as big as in the last game. So I had to use some Lasher tanks. I don't like using Lasher tanks because they lose very badly against Mirage tanks. So I prefer using like Gatlins. But Gatlins lose versus Prisms and Mirage also. But a little bit better because they combine well with the Magnetron. So I think I got a Battle Fortress. I got an okay hit with a Psychic Dominator, and maybe an average hit with the Psychic Dominator. And the rubber tanks are offline. I'm looking like Poison Strike. I got a lot of money. I'm building with 3 war factories, so it's looking good. But the allies is built up. He's gonna get the robot tanks back online soon. I didn't know it at the time. I'm thinking, okay, if this robot tanks are offline, I could beat him. On mind control, I got the brutes coming in, and I just can't mass masterminds, and I can't mass Lasher tanks. And I could go mass UFOs, mass discs, but then he's gonna make more and more 1 or 2 more battle fortresses and just a bunch of Guardian GIs. See, unit compositions are a big tricky in this. So robot tanks are offline. I'm like, okay, I got this. I gotta go in and attack. Get the brutes. Maybe kill the robot tanks. Maybe they're gonna come back in line. Kill them. I'm not sure, but they may or may not come back in line. If he has a cell, his Chronosphere maybe, or radar or something, because he can't build more power plants. I don't think. I think I killed this MCB a minute ago. It looked like it. And sometimes they rebuild with a repair depot, but I don't think that's the situation here. So I'm keeping 1 mastermind in the back of the base for surprise Chronospheres on my super weapons. But notice how he takes advantage of. Okay, Chronosphere. I think I only got 2 right there. So boom, blah blah. And look, he's built up like crazy. I should put the miners in front, but like they kind of. And look, it's just a blowout. So if allies is built up like that, it's really hard. And usually I don't lose this bad, but like this is actually a bad game for me. And this is just an example of how allies can dominate Yuri. And this is versus like the top Yuri player. So he knows how to beat Yuri, so like don't like be like, oh, there's an average person like playing this well. No way. You're an idiot if you think that. So here you go, boom boom. Okay, got the battle fortress, so there might be a chance for me to clean up the shit with discs. But if he controls those, oh shit. If he controls those IFVs, my 4 discs can't save me. It's gonna kill the remaining masterminds that keep popping up individually, slowly. Oh yeah, now he's got elite IFV. Oh, I could have dominated. Damn, I just missed it. It would have been a close game if I would have hit the dominator right there. But I think I still would have lost because of the fact that he's got elites right there. All my buildings are blown up before I even possibly. Look, he's getting more. See, when they're already promoted, they get promoted again faster. They go elites. So it's a good game right here, and this is another example of how Yuri could get crushed versus a good allies. Okay, so thanks for watching the game, and this is an example of how if you camp with Yuri, the allies could just wipe you out, either with spies or just through building up mirage tanks or with Hornet Sphere and super or whatever. So thanks for watching, guys.